Welcome back. It is prescribed in Hindu scriptures that a person should perform various sanskars or rites of passage from the time of birth up to the time of death. The more commonly practiced ones in South Africa are sanskars performed during birth, marriage, and at the time of death. The Upanayana ceremony, more commonly known as the Jano or sacred string ceremony, is performed for boys who are entering adolescence to initiate them on the path of righteousness in these crucial years. We attended the Jano ceremony of Tushar Singh in Umzinto to find out more about this ancient practice.
The Upanayana sanskar is actually a spiritual awakening.
This prayer, they pray for me to succeed in my studies and to uplift my spiritual life.
Preparation is basically a Hindu wedding with no bride. It's been hectic, it's been everything that you would need for a wedding.
The disciple, who is Tushar, will have his second birth. The first birth being the physical birth, and the second birth is the spiritual birth. This sanskar is two parts. The day before is the Hardi or the Haris ceremony, which is actually the purification or cleansing ceremony.
In preparation for today, for yesterday, for the 2 days, we had to follow a sattvic diet. So basically vegetables. Well, we did no onion, no garlic. And on the day of the first day, the Hardi, Tushar had to be saltless, no salt in his diet for the whole day. Today as well, up until the prayer is done.
The Haris, of course, is the banana tree that is planted in the pot, what is called a stump puja. Right, it's for prosperity, to show that he's growing it, and as it grows and develops, so would Tushar. The first opening sanskar is where Tushar has to do this prayer, where the Acharya or the Guru will invest in him a thread, which is called a Yagyopavitam, or commonly known as the Jano. He'll wear it on his shoulder, and this is a reminder to him for his puja life, his spiritual life, right? It also serves as a protection cloak, right? That it protects him against the materialistic world with all the evils. It reminds him to follow a right conduct.
There's a very interesting ritual which, and I think is meant for discipline, where it teaches them. He actually has to do. He has to go around and beg. Now, obviously, in India, it's done on a bigger scale, where they actually go around and beg in a village or whatever. But here, it's obviously being done in the temple surrounding, where his family members would give him rice, a fruit, a handkerchief or a towel, and he puts all of this in his bag, and then he goes on his journey to his spiritual teachings, his spiritual path.
It's called Bhiksha, where he goes, I will say inverted commas, as though he's begging, but it's not for begging purposes. It is for him to sustain himself and his guru, right? Basically, the student does that to sustain his guru. So he goes out, and the alms that he gets, the rice, etc., he's given to the guru. So that's a part of the responsibility, to teach him a certain sense of responsibility. In this stage, the Acharya gives him a sacred mantra, right? And this mantra is called a Savitri mantra, or commonly known as a Gayatri mantra. And you will notice this is done on a one-to-one basis, where Tushar and the Acharya will sit, and he will recite the mantra to Rishad. It's a Sanskrit mantra, and the way it's pronounced is very important. So what they do, they cover both the Charya and Rishad, so there's no noise disturbances. So he listens to the word very, very intently, because as Sanskrit, pronunciation is very, very important. The next stage is called the Vedarambha. Vedarambha means simply that he leaves now his household, in terms of the prayer, and he goes for studies, for his educational purposes. For the purpose of the prayer, just to illustrate it symbolically, he goes out to Kasi, where he'll lead the prayer at a stage, and he'll go out of this mandir, and where he'll be taught the Vedas, the different mantras. The parent is your first guru, and they have taught him from childbirth, and in his formative years he had learned the basic principles of life. Now they are here to pass him on to the next stage, which is the spiritual education which Rishad is going to receive today.
I would encourage any parent to do it, reason being the discipline, the spirituality, what it would teach him for his future, especially in this time that we do live in. There's so much that goes on. There's many challenges that the youngsters don't know how to handle, and being spiritually empowered would probably help him to deal with their challenges even better than they would if they're not on that spiritual path.